my god, my nose is spreading. Okay, so I just wanted to do this mukbang. I have this kind of ritual now where I do a pomegranate a day because I don't know, it's just really helping with my symptoms. So plus I thought it would be a good time to do like a tutorial of how I do my pomegranate. So I just dig my nail in and I put it on the plates and I just kind of like do like that. And then the seeds. It's like a chore, but I really feel like it's like taking your medicine, you know, like taking your medicine is a chore too. But I'm gonna see if I can prop this camera up so I don't have to like lean over. Get my literature textbook. Put tripod on textbook. That's a little bit better. Let me see if I got one more textbook. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, I was just reading the whole Centoya Brown thing with the her husband's ex. I just think the husband is kind of thirsty because one, it's like, well, you wrote the woman in jail, and I don't believe they knew each other. Like, you just decided to, you know, find this woman in jail, which is like, okay, it's kind of like a romantic love story, I guess. But it's just kind of like, it does kind of look like why would you, I don't know. I mean, you know, people in jail, they're serving time. They're not unworthy of having company or anything. But you ever, when your mom was on punishment, when you were on punishment and your friends came over and they knocked on the door, were like, can such and such come out to play? Your mom was like, she's on punishment. You can't have no company when you're on punishment. So, I'm not saying like, well, she was granted clemency. So I guess that means like her punishment isn't even valid anymore on paper. But I just kind of like do like that and peel away. But still, it's like, no, when you're on punishment, no visitors. Or, I don't know. Don't be falling in love when you're on punishment, girl. No, I mean, it's up to her. It's her life or whatever. I just think the guy is kind of thirsty. Like, she's on punishment. I think it's best when it's like this to try to rip it from the side. Or try to open it on the side. So, like, the little membranes are here. Like, try to open up on the side, like, kind of like a book. Whew, y'all. So, the benefits of pomegranate. I don't even, like, I do follow that stuff. Like, I am into vitamins and stuff. But people always come to me with the information. I don't really seek it up. Like, there's a lot of people, they do a lot of research. They're like passionate about this kind of stuff, and they do this stuff on a daily. But me, I'm just kind of like, I'm not like take it or leave it, but I'm just like, you know, kind of go with the flow or whatever. So just kind of like pulling it back a little to do like that. These seeds are not that dark. The darker the berry. No. But yeah. I think everybody say Pam from Total. Everybody's saying that she's like thirsty or whatever. I don't think she's thirsty. No, she's not thirsty for attention. The one who sought out this girl in jail, he's kind of thirsty for attention. And that's not to throw shade at Centoya, because she was a victim. You know, she was young when all that stuff happened. So she's kind of like the one in this equation. She's kind of like, I don't want to say like the innocent one, but she's more neutral. And it is inspirational. She does have like a college degree or something. She did all that while she was in jail. So more power to her, but this guy, it just seems very like shady. And Baller Alert is shady too, because Baller Alert put up this awful picture of Pam. One thing that I used to love about Total is that there were a whole bunch of dark-skinned women, such as myself, and they were all really pretty. I'm not saying that's just like a reason to follow someone, but it's inspirational when someone looks like you and you're a minority. It's just inspirational. So that's what I used to love about Total. All of them were pretty. They were all classy, of course. You had to be classy to be famous back in the... Sorry. You had to be famous to be classy back in like the 90s. Like, you couldn't be messy. Like, all that drama with Biggie and Faith Evans and just all that drama, nobody ever knew about that drama until the movie came out. Nobody was messy back in the 90s, even if you were like a rapper. I'm trying to think. There were messy people, but like, messy people got dismissed. Nowadays, people want to give them clout, like, ooh, you know? Choco Bars on Instagram, he could do this. He could eat a fruit with his shirt off and get tons of views. But I'm not taking my shirt off. I'm pregnant. So I sent a card to my mom in the mail announcing my pregnancy. They were all really excited. With my first pregnancy, everybody was like, oh, Milani, I don't know what's gonna happen. This is my second pregnancy. They're like, oh, throw him in the back of the van sort of thing. Everyone's giving me congratulations, and I'm like, thank you, finally. Because before you have your first child, people think of you as like a girl. Now, it's your second child. It's like, okay, girl, you made it. Plus, I'm going to school Plus I'm working. I mean, does anybody want me to take my shirt off? I'm not taking my shirt off. For me, it probably takes like 30 minutes to eat a pomegranate. But it's like medicine. It's like, did you take your medicine? I know I already said that, but people don't listen. Especially black people. They'll be like, okay, You want some chitlins? No. There's certain struggle foods black people eat, and I'm like, okay, I have respect for it. Like grits. My relatives, they used to have grits for dinner. And I respect that. They had 10 kids. And back then, that was a lifestyle. You had a lot of kids. You didn't really have too much birth control. There wasn't a lot of education on your options. And it was pretty much just natural to like have all those babies. They didn't talk about these things in 1911 or 1911 plus 20, 1930. They didn't talk about these things. Now you can find almost anything on the internet, any kind of information. I was looking up positions on how to positions to do it with this big old belly. They gave me all the details. They were like, and be sure to rub your this and touch your that. Make sure he reaches over and does this. I'm like, whoa, y'all. I just wanted a picture of the position. But no, they need to be descriptive because sometimes like I was raised Southern Baptist, so I'm kind of like inhibited or limited when it comes to like intercourse or whatever. Like I'm like, don't touch anything. Be a good girl, don't touch anything. Like, no, touch this, touch that, rub everything. So it's nice that with the internet we can learn things that in 1930 probably wasn't available. It's gonna take me like a whole hour to eat this, and I'll do it. I'll do it for the gram. So I just kind of like, this paper or this membrane was here and I just kind of like peeled it off. And just kind of peeled the membrane away. Some people really don't know how to eat these things. Like when my mom first bought one, I was like, what the? I was like, do you eat the seeds? And I was still like kind of afraid to eat the seeds. I would like eat the pulp and spit the seeds out. Now I just eat the seeds. Now I'm just kind of gonna eat this part. I want to make this taller so I don't have to lean over. If it falls over, sitting on the floor, 5 months pregnant, doesn't really feel nice, but yeah, when my mom first bought a pomegranate, I was probably like in high school, middle school, high school, I don't know. It was like 9th grade. Same thing. I was so confused, like, yeah, I was so confused. I didn't know how you eat it. So I'm just like, dropping seeds all over the place. I'm doing like this, and I'm pulling it apart. That's why I have the plate there, because like the seeds do fall. And also, you need a place to put the rinds. This pomegranate is like, it's not dark at all. It's a little bit overripe, like too ripe, like kind of brown and mushy, but it's like brown and mushy grapes. Like you can eat mushy grapes as long as they don't have like that mold on it. They're kind of good that way, the mushy grapes. So once I get to 30 minutes, I'm ending this video. I'm not going to go past 30 minutes eating a pomegranate. I think I'll get the idea. But yeah, Pam from Total, she's really pretty. Or she was pretty. And I think, baller alert, they picked a really ugly picture of her, which is possible to be pretty and take an ugly picture. And they made it look like she was a dark, bitter woman. Why do they love this narrative of a dark, bitter woman? Like, can I be a sweet black woman? Just like this. And I'm pulling it apart. Which, I mean, as a black woman, there's a lot of things to be bitter about. But there do exist sweet black women. Like sweet, dark skin black women. Like my Aunt Fran, she's really sweet. She used to be an educator. She always talks to you like, she's talking to kind of like a baby. Like, yes, darling. Yeah. Kind of just like a little bit extra. Sometimes it gets annoying, but it's like, it's who she is. She was like a, I don't know if she was like an educator, but she was like a school something. Like a school administrator for 20 years. Everybody knows her, loves her. Everybody in the hood knows her and loves her. I respect her. Because of who she is. But yeah, she's a perfect example. A sweet, dark-skinned woman. Like a sweet personality. Very like rosy personality. And she's dark-skinned. But one time I snuck out to see a boy. And I was staying at her house. And she went off. Don't get it twisted. It's really just the fact that, like, I snuck out and I was supposed to be under her care. So if I end up missing, she's responsible. What is that behind me? Oh, that's the laundry bag. There were so many times I snuck out to see men, guys, boys, whatever. And it was just so dangerous. I could have ended up missing. Like, you ever gone on a date somewhere like in the middle of the woods by the campfire alone with a guy you just met? Don't do it, ladies. I did it. But it still creeps me out to this day, like how I could have gone missing. He was a nice guy, but he carried a gun. And obviously living in the middle of the woods, it's like, duh, you have to carry a gun in case you come across a bear. But it's like he could have easily taken me in. That's why young girls like 18, 19, like a lot of guys, they like that whole barely legal fetish, but it's like, it's so dangerous to be 18 and 19 years old. Because you're pretty much still a child with adult freedoms. It's so dangerous. there's a lot of creepy things going on today in the United States. Like, it's been going on with girls going missing and stuff like that. But it's like, as soon as people get the opportunity to get you in a secluded location, that's who they really are. When they get you when there's no cameras around. And that man who took me, like, to the campfire date in the middle of the woods, he really was this cowboy campfire, like, hot white chocolate thing. But was it dangerous? Yeah. But it's like, that's who people really are. When they get you off camera, there's no cameras around, there's no technology, there's no nothing. That's who they really are. Shoot. Okay, so I got 4 minutes left until I get to 30 minutes. Y'all, this is how much I have left. This is the damage. Okay. Yeah, I'm not about to do past 30 minutes. I mean, if I go to like 38, I'll do it. But for a pomegranate, I don't think I'm going to do all that footage. And plus, it's not like you could just speed it up. You have to take your time. You really gotta, so like, here's the layer. And I'm just gonna like peel it. And then bite it. Or I could do like ASMR. I better get like 50 million views for that. I better go, what is it, fungal, viral? I better go viral. Y'all, my man's working late tonight, so I'm acting up. I'm acting up. Acting up. No, I'm not. It's crazy how... No, I was on the phone with my sister, y'all. First time I ever saw somebody twerk. I was like in 3rd grade. Me and my family, we just moved to the center of the hood. Journey to the center of the hood. And we went to the YMCA in the hood, the after school program. Tell me why they played the cha-cha slide for all the kids to dance to. And when they said, how low can you go? Can you go down low? All the girls were twerking. Me, I just laid on the floor. I was like, y'all, this is the lowest you can go. All the way to the floor. Woo-wee. Woo-chile. So, that's the first time I saw people twerking. And I was just so confused. I was like, what are they doing? I was like, they look like they're trying to scratch their butt on something. And to this day, y'all, I really don't find twerking sexually, like, I don't find it sexual. whining and grinding, like how they do in the islands. I learned how to do that from watching Sean Paul and his videos. And they twerk in the islands, but twerking to me, it doesn't make sense. I'm just like, you're just shaking. You look like you're having a seizure and you're behind. You know? Alright, so this is all I have left. That's the damage. It's on 31 minutes, so I'll go to 40. I'll go to 40. Just because I like y'all. I'm still in love. Y'all, copyright violations is gonna get me. I really didn't mean it, y'all. Please don't post this video. I have to do this whole 40 minutes over again. Me smudging on a pomegranate. But no, I'll go past 30 minutes because my man is out late, working late. I'm acting up. This last piece is kind of difficult because it's like I don't really have that much to pull apart. So I'm just kind of gonna like I can do just kind of how I started, like at the top. I just started like digging my nails into it, which some people might not like. Some people, they gotta do the knife or whatever, and that's fine. If you gotta use a knife for a pomegranate, it's okay, boo. No one's gonna judge you. Hope y'all didn't see my messy closet. Ooh. I do clean my room though. I just my closet is where I stash everything. Okay. But yeah, that's why you gotta have that plate under, because the plate is gonna catch all the seeds that fall out. Overall, y'all, this pomegranate was kind of weak because a lot of the seeds were like really light in color, and pomegranates are supposed to be like dark, darker. They're supposed to be like this dark color, like that pretty dark color, and a lot of my seeds looked like that. Like, you see how pale they look? I'm looking, I'm like, did I even get any vitamins from this? Because it's like, they just look pale. Oh well, y'all, this is the end of the road. And I'm not... Y'all, someone's at the door. I'll catch y'all later.